¡Si me la seca! A ver, acércalo más. ¡No manches!
Attention all operators on countdown 1. This is the final go, no go for flight 2 of Starship. Again, our T0 is at 7 a.m. Central. Raptor 1.
Go.
Raptor 2.
Go.
Stage 1.
Go.
Stage 2.
Go.
Copy, go for flight. Clock is rolling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Booster engine cut on. Stage separation.
It's been an incredible year. The SpaceX team, I think, is the best space team that has ever been assembled on the face of the Earth by far. And the achievements of the past year demonstrate that. I think to a degree that is mind-blowing. Like what you have achieved over the past year is nothing short of incredible. And one day, we will indeed occupy Mars. So let's go through everything that SpaceX has achieved that you've done. And it's actually going to take a while. By the way, this is going to take a minute. First of all, with Falcon, we have achieved the most launches of any rocket in a single year ever. So the next best was the Soviet Soyuz, which I think did a little over 60 launches in a year, and we did 96. So no other family of orbital class rockets has launched more than 63 times a year. That was Soyuz, and we did 50% more. Falcon Heavy also surpassed, in terms of heavy lift vehicles, the record for Saturn V, which I think did, with 5 launches last year, we exceeded the Saturn V record. So that was pretty incredible on Falcon Heavy. So this gives you a sense in pictures of how incredible that was. For a while there, I'd be posting something, is this like the launch that just happened or the one that is happening? Or because there were 3 launches that happened in the space of a few days. But this is all the launches on one page. And it's really incredible. All made it to orbit, all landed. Just a huge hand for the Falcon team. That was incredible. And 2/3 of the missions were Starlink, but 1/3 were for other customers, for NASA, for other communication satellites. It was a combination of Starlink plus a lot of other missions. So even if you just take the non-Starlink portion of the flights, that was more than any other vehicle last year by a long shot. We launched NASA's Psyche, ESA's Euclid, the X-37B spaceplane, multiple transporter missions. We did missions for OneWeb, Viasat, and we're actually on contract to launch Amazon's Kuiper constellation. And we treat everyone fairly. So and we managed to do 19 flights on a single Falcon 9 booster, which is really incredible, in 3.5 years. So, and that booster did 860 satellites and delivered 260 metric tons to orbit. So it's like, wow. So there's a lot of wows. And it's worth, how long ago was it that we landed a booster? It was actually 8 years ago in December, roughly 8 years ago. And since that time, we've landed 260 times. So 260 landings. It's just like, wow. There were a lot of people that said that it couldn't be done. And then there were a lot of people that said, even if it could be done, it's a dumb idea. That it wouldn't pay off. That it wouldn't make sense. But we've shown that, in fact, it is absolutely the right idea. Reusability is the key to a great future in space. It's essential. We need reusability for rockets, just like we have reusability for cars, for airplanes, for bicycles, for horses. Obviously, reusability is essential. And the fundamental invention that is necessary for humanity to become a multi-planet species is a full and rapidly reusable, reliable rocket. I mean, it's incredible how much has happened in 8 years. I wonder what will things be like 8 years from now. Hopefully I think we will have landed on Mars, and I think we will have sent people to the moon, and maybe if we get lucky, we'll have sent people to Mars within 8 years.
This particular type of rocket can actually take off and land, and there it is. You can see it right there. That red flare off in the distance, that is it going straight up. That's all the way from Vandenberg. That is extraordinary that we can see that from this far away. Just absolutely incredible right there, and it's going to go pretty high. Watch it go, and shortly we should see that sun hit it in just a bit. You can just see it rising straight up from the horizon. There we go. It's starting to tilt a little bit. Gosh, what a sight to see, and one of the few things that I guess we'd all be very happy to say that we saw right as the year was coming to a close. And look at how just immensely bright it is, and again, all the way from Vandenberg, so far away, traveling so quickly through the night sky, and with sunset not even complete, just an absolute beautiful sight here. And look, and here's where we're going to see the sun hit it as it gets high enough. Absolutely extraordinary. It's like a shooting star in reverse. Now, I want to mention that this Falcon 9 is capable of actually carrying 10 satellites into space. So this thing is massive in its own right, and such a great thing to be watching here. And here we go. Now you see the sun hitting it. Look at that. Really taking off now. My goodness. And now you'll see it continue to shine through the night sky as it hits another thrust set right there. Just see the trail it's leaving behind. Absolutely amazing. And to describe it to you, I mean, you can see it, but from the ground, it almost looks as though a cloud of smoke with its own mind is just shooting through the sky. This is absolutely incredible. Again, you're watching the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base. This visible from Bakersfield. Absolutely incredible. And at this point, it looks amazing, but at this point, I really couldn't tell you what exactly is happening, because space travel isn't exactly my line of expertise. So hold on to this shot for as long as you want, but Dave, Rochelle, when you're ready to take it away, please be my guest. Look at the vapor trail left behind by that. Just amazing. And it's still, you can still see it. There it is, still shining through. That was an absolute treat.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nominal.
30 seconds into flight, we are feeling the rumble. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines ignited on the Super Heavy booster.
Booster and ship, avionics, power, and telemetry nominal.
At this point, we've already passed through max Q, that maximum dynamic pressure, and passing supersonic, so we're now moving faster than the speed of sound, getting those onboard views from the ship cameras. All right, counting down now. We're going to be coming up right at around the 3-minute mark on that hot staging maneuver. Again, we'll see the booster engines start to shut down. You'll see all but 3 lights go out in the middle, and then we'll see the engines ignite on ship, pushing it away, and that will start carrying the ship into space. Booster will start to do its flip and then move into the boost back burn, setting it up for eventual splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico.
Stage separation. Boost back startup.
Hot staging confirmed. Booster's now making its way back, seeing 6 engines ignited on ship. Kate, we got a Starship on its way to space and a booster on the way back to the Gulf.
Everything is looking good for both the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen, or the Super Heavy booster, as well as on the right-hand side of your screen, that is Starship, or we also refer to that as the ship.
So for landing burn, we're going to expect to see the 13 center engines light, rapidly bring down the booster's velocity, and then just the 3 in the center for splashdown. Let's see if that'll work. We're getting a few engines. And acquisition of signal. Let's see if we can get some other video of that. Now, this is a test objective today. It is still something that we're attempting to learn. And to make it that far, to demonstrate the controlled re-entry up to that point is pretty darn good. Ship continuing to look nominal with its ascent burn.
Ship engine cut off.
There we go. As you heard there by the call out and from the crowd behind us, Starship's 6 Raptor engines have successfully shut down. We heard a call out for nominal orbital insertion, which is incredible. Look at these views, Dan.
I can't believe we're seeing it in space. This is awesome.
Wonderful.
Now, we are going to be coasting for the next about 30 minutes or so. We'll be back around the T+40 minute mark. And that'll be Starship continuing to coast, hit those ambitious test objectives, and then continue on to re-entry. Oh man, we can see the heating on those flaps as we're starting to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. This is where the Earth's atmosphere is doing the work to slow us down.
Now, like we said, this plasma field is, wow, what a view. We hope to maintain these views throughout. Starship is so big that we're hoping that the plasma field doesn't entirely blanket the entire vehicle. Right now, it is not. The Starlinks are
Views brought to you by Starlink.
Yeah, the Starlinks are still communicating and still capturing the data and the video that we see here. I mean, Shiva, this is just absolutely incredible views. We've never seen anything like this before. This is the biggest flying object ever in space.
Absolutely, Kate. And it's important to note with the ascent burn that we did was to get us to orbital velocities, even though we were on a nearly orbital trajectory. So the heating and the loads that Starship is going through right now are what it would be getting if it were recovering from an orbital mission. And just the fact that we have views through entry, this is incredible.
Yeah. Again, this is the furthest and fastest that Starship has ever flown. And you can definitely tell by the crowd here in Hawthorne.
The heat shield tiles doing their work. We talked about it earlier. Up to 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit that those heat shield tiles are dissipating as we are re-entering.
The atmosphere is actually doing us a huge favor here by acting as a braking system for Starship as it re-enters the atmosphere.
And that's part of the reason why the flaps are so important. We're using the body of Starship and the drag from the atmosphere to slow us down from orbital speed, but you want the vehicle to remain stable. You want those heat shield tiles pointed down so they can absorb the heat of the Earth's atmosphere.
For now, though, we are just still waiting to see if we're going to get some signal back. We're currently at a loss of signal with Starship. Don't know for sure what its status is, and so we're just continuing to listen in. But it was pretty incredible seeing the flaps really do their thing to maneuver the vehicle as it's moving through hypersonic. We are making the call now that we have lost Ship 28. So as we were possibly expecting, we lost the data a couple of minutes ago. We haven't heard from the ship up until this point, and so the team has made the call that ship has been lost. So no splashdown today, but again, just it's incredible to see how much further we got this time around.